Hello, fellow Bible readers. We are on day 42, which is Exodus 36 through 38. And these chapters kind of go fast, in my opinion, only because they are building the tabernacle that God already described when Moses initially went up to Mount Sinai. So it was like extremely repetitive. And instead of God giving like how it should look, they were describing how they built it, or which was the same things that God had already said. So they'll be like, 2 cubic feet of blah blah blah. And another thing, I don't know they measurements. Like, I have no idea how they measuring stuff. But yeah, there was the same thing, just making sure they did everything as God commanded them to do it. So let's talk about it. Chapter 36, it was noted that the people gave up free will, which I thought was interesting because everybody is always like, tithing and offering is mandated. Well, here in this situation, it was of free will. So if you have it, give it. If not, it wasn't a big deal or anything like that. Like, you weren't made to feel guilty about it, Anyway, here, the people were given, and the builders was like, we have more than enough stuff. Like, you can tell the people to stop giving. So they had to tell the people to stop giving. And I was like, I wonder would that happen in today's time? And I think that greed would probably prevent that from ever happening in today's time. I don't know any church that's like, we have enough. You guys can actually not participate in donations this month. You know what I mean? Because I feel like in today's time, they make it more so of an obligation. Like, you owe God this. So, yeah. Like, I don't know. I'm always torn about paying tithes and offering. I mean, I do most of the time, but it's just an interesting perspective that here it was, give what you can when you can. And because they had that mentality, they had more than enough. So maybe the thing here is, when you get greedy, because of the greed, you'll never have more than enough because of how greedy you are. I don't know. I done got way off topic. But anyway, the people had more than enough to build the tabernacle for God. And so they told the people to stop giving because they had more than enough materials provided from the donations that people willingly gave without feeling guilty about it. Yes, so then chapter 37 is more descriptions about Bezalel making the tabernacle, and so is chapter 38. And then in chapter 38, they also emphasize that they had more than enough. They even say, like, we only needed 700 some odd shekels, and we got 1,775 shekels. And that also let me know that when something is ordained by God and he's at the center of it, he'll make more than enough. He'll make everything be more than enough. There will be more than enough. Because everybody's on one accord with the one task at hand and making it enough. And then to have enough trust and faith in the leadership that you won't be taken advantage of is huge too. So the people willingly gave because they knew that everything they gave was going towards this task, which they believed in. The mission. They believed in the mission, so they freely gave what they could give and not what they are mandated, quote unquote, to give. So, yeah, that's all for today. So, until next time, see you next time.